organizing and attending such forums. Yeah, they really contribute, because I know as we leave this place, we will be inspired and we will be different from how we came. Joshua, we can go to the next slide on problems which are facing the youth. And I've said one of them is poverty, stress, alcoholism, and unemployment, among others. And some of the things that we can do as youth to avoid these problems is one like volunteering. You can volunteer, be it in an organization, be it in a particular club, like registering with clubs like football, the marathons. Like in the morning, I was running the 21 kilometers in the Stanchart Marathon. So running helps me relieve stress as a mother, as a career woman. That is part of exercise. You can do community service. How many of us do community service once in a while? You clean a hospital, a school, you do inspiration to the school where you came from. Do you do such activities? Ah, good. And then you can read. Okay, which book are you reading, Pastor Major, currently? A book you are reading currently. What is your current read? Not in the church, just maybe an inspirational book or any book you are reading, any. Okay. Yeah, reading. It's like sometimes when you read a book, it speaks to you, by the way. This is a season I pick a book, but because it is 3 months to the end of the year, by the time I'm done with that book, I feel like I can bring down 10 stars. So books speak to us, and it is good to read books. They give you energy, and they show you that there is nothing that you cannot do. Nowadays, there are so many free online courses. We can try to do an online course just for self-development, because we are never perfect. We are always improving ourselves, and it's good to do these courses. You can avoid the alcohol and also negative energy. Just the next slide. What I have covered in that slide. Myself, I love hiking so much. In the next slide, just to relieve stress, I go for hiking, and I've summited Mount Kenya. You do over the weekends. By the time you are done, you are a different person. And there are also other big courses youth can do. Procurement courses. You can become a member of professional body like CPA, the East Park, ICT, CFE, the Certified Fraud Examiners, the CSA, Certified Internal Auditor, Certified Internal Systems Auditor, Interior Designs, Electrical Installation, Sales and Marketing. Just some of the courses we can do. Hata kama tuko na degree zetu, it is good to boost your degree with a course. And I will talk more about my story and also introduce myself, because you don't know your speaker. I have a story I have to tell, and I'll do it in my story. That is where you'll get to know your speaker more. And the reason as to why I say it is important to develop yourself. Other areas of capacity building, we are blessed differently. You can do a vocational training like hairdressing, beauty therapy, hospitality and tourism, photography, catering, baking, and also welding, among others. These are just a few. Other courses we can do is public speaking courses. Not everyone is a public speaker. Myself, I know I am not a public speaker, but through this course that I did 2 years ago, a course in public speaking, it goes a long way on how you communicate and also interact with people. The job opportunities and also sources of income for young people can have self-employment. You can look for a job, you can look for internships. As I said, you can volunteer. And also you can look for loan facilities as well as grants for youth. There are so many grants online when you Google. So many grants you can get, maybe to do a project in your community. You can apply for scholarships. And when Patience was talking about international lady, this is during my story, I'll share with you how you can get scholarships and also fellowships. Joshua, on to the next slide. Yeah, now that this is my story and where my presentation begins, those are just highlights, and I give you my story. I am a mother of 2 children, and a girl who comes from Kitui. From that time, not now, very poor family. It's a girl who wore the first shoe when I went to high school. That is when I wore my first shoe. I've slept hungry for even 3 days. We have used rags for sanitary pads, but I want to thank God because He lifts people from, according to Psalms 113:7, God lifts people from, you're right. So God has lifted me and I'm so grateful. Even school fees was a problem. I finished my Form 4, God blessed me, I got a B plane. My target was to be a doctor. And for a doctor, you know you need these grades that you, but I got a B plane, meaning I cannot be a doctor. So I went to the university. I went to Egerton University. I did my bachelor's degree in economics. At the same time, I started doing the CPA courses. So I became a certified public accountant. I'm a CPAK and also a member of ISPAC. And as I said, there was a lot of problems of challenges of school fees. So through Higher Education Loans Board, through bursaries, I managed to finish my education in the Egerton University. Another thing I was doing, because the bursary, the help was not enough. So what was I doing to get my school fees? I started hockey. Nauza socks, nauza a few things here. You raise a lot of money when you go for holidays, and that money you could use it to pay your school fees. So there's nothing you cannot do. You have to start from somewhere. And then after college, I was looking for a job, and my prayer was, God, can you bless me with a job? Nataka tu. I don't want to go to Ushago. So I just want a job yenye, at least nitalipa rent kama ni single. God blessed me with a job as a security officer. My work was to search watu wa supermarket wakitoka wasikuwa wamebeba kitu as a security person. Now, by the way, before I graduated, I was already in that job. After kutoka campus, nilikaa kwa nyumba only 1 week. And how did I get this job? I sat next to a lady, tulikuwa tunatoka campus. Then I sat to a lady, alikuwa anaongea about I'm going to the salon to make my hair because today is my only off day. And then I was like, where do you work? I'm looking for a job. Then she told me, in our place we don't have work, but there's this company. The lady was from the Phone Express, zenye zilikuwa in supermarkets. So she told me, Tuskys is employing people, but I'll send you an email where you can send your CV. So the lady alipea number, and I followed up with her. She sent me an email, nikatuma application, and within 2 days, nilikuwa nimeanza kazi as a security officer at Tuskys supermarket. Ni kazi yenye watu walikuwa wanaangalia. My mother was like, kweli watu, hii degree unaenda kusoma, it is very useless. How do you go to the university to do a Bachelor of Arts in Economics? And so, watu walichekelea sana, even the people that I was searching. Hii kweli masomo ina maana. Ama tunafanya kazi na huyu hapa, na hiyo degree yote. I noticed also some problems on the face huko kazini. Hii haina maana. Ama kuchekelewa of any kind. But maybe I was persistent and I didn't catch feeling. Actually, we could laugh about it. Nawambia yenyewe haina maana. But sio namaanisha, we are just, I'm not this person who will catch feelings ukiniambia anything. We will just laugh about it. Anything you tell me, alafu I brush it off. So mimi nikafanya kazi for 1 year. At the same time I was looking for a job. Nikaona advert, the office of the Auditor General, we advertise, nika-apply. But I was so reluctant to apply. At my friend whom I was with in the university akaniambia, just apply, you never know, just apply for that. So you have the qualifications, just apply. So nilipeleka my application last minute because I was like, but akaniambia, you have the qualification, we apply and then we pray. And then we prayed. And then nikaona nimeitwa interview. Wakati nilipata barua, that time they could invite you for an interview, barua inatumwa nyumbani. So nasikia chief akisema there's a barua iko hapo. Zingine zilikuwa zinatumwa watu wameitwa interviews, unaipata 2 months after the interview imepita. But mine I got it on time, 3 days the interview. So I prepared for the day, on the day for the interview. My interview was at 3 p.m. But I didn't know, that time the website was not very rich. We are talking about 2011. Their website was not rich. So nikasema hata niende mapema, niende niulizia watu, what does this organization do? By 7:30, I was seated for reception, waiting for my interview at 3. Ule mtu alikuwa ingia kazi at 8. They didn't show up, they were stuck in traffic. So wakasema lakini kuna mtu wa 3 ready hapo hapa. Can you interview that person? Wakakuja wananiambia wanataka ni interview. I was like, no, I'm not ready. I am not ready. My interview is at 3 and I can't do this interview saa hii. Wakanipembeleza. The directors came, wakanipembeleza, just come and do the interview. You already passed the interview. And that is how I moved from being a security officer to an auditor in the office of the Auditor General, where I worked for 4 years. And while there, I applied a job at the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission as a forensic investigator. And that is where I work to date. And my work is to investigate allegations of corruption, bribery, unethical conduct, and also economic crimes. So we also trace illegally acquired assets. Kipata pesa corruption, kikula pesa hospitali, then you buy a flat or you buy a house. We will come to recover that house. We'll recover the house, we do a light monitoring. We are the people who search governors' houses at 3 a.m. in the morning. And yeah, we thank God. So in 2019, now I'm talking about the Young African Leaders Initiative. This is a fellowship I had applied for 5 years. And then in 2019, I said, this fellowship I'm going to apply this year. And I'm very sure this time I have to get this fellowship. So I applied for the fellowship the 5th time. And it's good to have faith. I prayed to God and I had faith